G'day everyone, James Greenshields from the Resilient Leaders Foundation. I just wanted to get on and talk about the need at the moment we have in society for courage and courageous leaders. We've got a lot going on at the moment. You just look at the Australian news. You've got the amazing story of the Invictus Games with the incredible courage shown. I just want to put a big shout out to Nikki Bradley, the co-captain of the Australian team, who's doing an incredible job personally, but also representing our nation. You're a legend and I love you. The other side of the flip side, though, is that we've got corruption coming out. We've got false flag incidents being found out. We've got all this stuff happening. We've got politicians who stand in front of cameras and say absolutely nothing. Now, that's an art. Yes, it is. I just want to acknowledge that art. But the thing is, we need a whole new generation of leaders to step up right now. Leaders that are deciding to move beyond the fight. Leaders who really can see where we need to go, see the harmony that needs to be created as us, as a society. G'day, Andre, mate. And also they know how to harmonise. They know how to elevate themselves out of the fight. You know, when I look back at my time as within the military, within the stuff, leading a national charity now with the Put Your Hand Up movement and everything like that. What I've had to do is elevate myself to a place where I don't get involved in the semantics in the fight. And I take ownership of everything to do with me, and I really make sure I own it. And I have the courage to step up and know when I can improve, know when I can actually move forward and lead people, and realise that it's time for me to get out there and do more in the leadership space. And it takes us to realise the courage inside. Go back to the Invictus Games. William Henley's his amazing poem, which speaks so much of turbulence, but through turbulence come to a place of inner knowing that we are the masters of our own fate, the captains of our destiny, and be able to go through, captains of our soul, be able to go through adversity and come out the other side and create harmony. That's what we need right now. And it does take courage, but do we do it on a global scale? I just posted a video that I did a couple of years ago when I saw a basketball game and I saw a young man who really didn't understand how to coach. All he saw was that he got frustrated and he started yelling at these 11-year-olds. And no one else bothered about going up to him and actually saying something. And I was the only one who did. And he was really grateful because of, one, the way I approached the subject, and two, I was simply there for his betterment. And we need people to do that in everyday life. Yes, we need people in the broader, bigger leadership roles in society and companies and organisations to take a stand now. How many companies have got fraudulent activities? How many companies do you walk into? I don't know how many leadership stuff I've done in companies. I walk in and I say, where's your values? And I look at the wall and they're not living them. One of the reasons why I left the military was because the values they were espousing and the values they were illustrating were starting to go like that. And that's my personal perception. It's not a slant on the military, it's my personal perception. Remember, the military are a bunch of people. Not the dead entity that labelled the military. The military is a bunch of people. And change happens through people, not systems. People decide to change the systems. Why? Because the systems aren't serving the people anymore. And this is what needs to happen. We need to realise that we've got systems in place that are restricting us. We need to break them away. We need to reform. We need to realise that us as a society need to step up, and it takes courage. Why? Because a whole lot of systems and things have been placed in your face to create fear, create an emotional response so you act in emotion, not from it. A warrior never acts in emotion, a warrior acts from emotion. And they appear to be emotionless because they've moved through that and they are now looking exactly what needs to happen, and they are calculated. And they move through and they're decisive. We need that to come back. We need not to fear the warrior inside us. The warrior inside us serves a massive purpose, and we need to stand up. The biggest thing that we need to stand up with is courage. And if you need to look at that, go to the Invictus Games. Look at the courageous people who have been through hell in life and are coming out and are doing something not only for themselves, but they're inspiring such awesome stuff. So look at Nikki Bradley. And look at her team, and not only look at Nikki and the team, but look at all those other people that are amazing sportsmen in their own right, Prince Harry and all those people that are looking at these people in awe. And these are supposedly everyday people. What's that say to us? It says the leadership that we need right now comes from the everyday person. Remember, every issue on the globe can be solved at a community level within a global context. It needs us as a bunch of people within communities to get over our crap, to own our shit, to go inside, understand what's going on for us, and realise when we're projecting onto another person or onto our kids or something like that. We need to let go of that. We need to own that and come together as a collegiate, a united collegiate that wants to harmonise and see a bigger picture. And that's the future that is happening right now. And we can create it in any single moment. We simply need to be courageous enough to step up and allow ourselves to see this and then take the action that's required, plus of that intention, to give us the outcome that we want. Remember, if you've got something more to give, if you know you're only halfway through to actualising your potential, get involved. Put your hand up. Much love. Cheers.